Yeah.
Hello,
Welcome back.
we're back.
Welcome back.
Episode 2 of season
Back.
4.
Yeah, we're
Oh,
doing it. We're doing it. Oh, and we're gonna have our background noise like always because Honey's right beside me because I've locked her in the kitchen with me.
I don't even hear a thing, so it's
Thank
fine.
God.
For
Because
those who are watching on
I'll just tell
YouTube,
her.
so I was gonna say, for those who are watching on YouTube, you'll notice that there's another person on the screen, and you just met her in last season. We're so happy to have Jill back with Ottawa Tarot.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much for having me. I'm seriously so grateful. Like, I know you guys took a breather in between seasons, just to like have babies and do stuff like that.
There's that.
Right. Just a
It was
quick
really casual.
little break.
Yeah.
We just filmed our first episode yesterday, and so we were like chatting about like the catch up of what that little hiatus looked like for us. Obviously Brittany had a baby and I got a kitten, but like
Yeah.
yeah, it's different fur babies, different ones, but she's not
Yes, we
joining
both
me at
have
this
to.
moment. She was in already and she's out with the rest now, but we will have little Miss Samantha chilling with us, so I'm excited.
Chilling with us.
Exactly. Yeah. So how have you been, Jill? Tell us all the things. What's like the last, I guess it's almost been 2 months since
Oh
we've
my
seen.
gosh. It's funny. It's almost like nothing's happened, but like a lot.
Yes. Yeah.
That's summer. That's summer. Okay. It goes by so fast, but I'm good. Yeah, it's just like all the usual stuff. I just got back from a trip, so
Yeah, you
already
went to
missed.
France, right?
I did, yes.
Ah,
And so I'm based out of Ottawa. It was actually hotter in Ottawa than it was during the heat wave in Paris.
what? Oh my gosh.
And that was like, okay, when was that? That was the end of May, sorry, mid-May? I can't remember.
That was the so I went for the solstice. So I went yeah, it
Oh,
was super fun. So every solstice in Paris, actually it's the whole country. There's a big music festival called Fête de la Musique, and it's literally just a celebration of like music of all kinds.
geez.
And they have the solstice every year. This year it landed on a Saturday, which is like perfect.
Yes.
We were down south for a little bit and then we made it to Paris in time for the fête. And I was not prepared. I am not like a crowd person. Like I love concerts and everything, but like this was next level. Okay, we were literally swimming through people. There was
Oh
like
my,
blocks and blocks and blocks of people. Every maybe 10, maximum 20 feet was a new band or a new DJ or a guy with a shopping cart pushing speakers and a bunch of humans.
oh my
Okay.
God.
And a bunch of humans. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So just whatever, whatever goes. But yeah, it's like the whole country that celebrates. So it's DJs, bands, whatever, and every organization can do whatever they want. But Paris was just swarmed.
I would say,
We
Wow.
stayed in a beautiful area in the 10th arrondissement, which is right by Canal Saint-Martin, which is like a very kind of like poppin' area. So it was just super busy, but it was beautiful. Everything was in bloom. The solstice, it was like 11 o'clock at night. We were like, oh my God, we got to go see the Eiffel Tower sparkle, but the sun was still out.
Oh no, wait.
I know
Wow.
it's
Weird,
set
right?
so late here. Like I was saying, was it to you, Brittany? I think it was to you. Just
Yeah,
a couple days ago.
yesterday.
And I'm like, it's like we never have the sun up at the same time typically when we get a chance to record. But I'm like, our like sunset is like 10:30 right now. So you still have like a good chunk of sun. Like it's crazy. Yeah. So you
So
so
much
you did go see
day.
the sparkle or did you have to like wait?
Totally missed it. It was so late. We were already doing a bunch of stuff in Fete, and so we thought, you know what, taking the tube right now, it's just not going to happen. It's too crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, fair
Yeah,
enough.
we missed it, but we've seen it before, so it's all good. But yeah, it was a really beautiful time. It was great. I have a lot of parties coming up for tarot because this is like a really busy summer. It's all the bachelorette parties, and then
Oh,
going into fall,
fun.
it's spooky season. So I get a lot of like Halloween and like witchy fun theme parties, but bachelorette season, which I
Oh my,
love. It's so fun.
oh my
And
God. So
I
do you do
so
that in
wait,
person then, or do you do that virtually too?
Oh no, I do that in person.
that's so
Cool.
cool. I'm doing,
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know if I told you, Britt, but one of my friend's sisters is getting married and I'm invited to the hen party, as they call them here. And I'm bringing, like, I've been asked to bring my tarot. I was like, fabulous, cool, like mid kind of stuff. So
nice.
I'm like, okay, like, just, you know what it's like. I'm like, I know, I'm excited because I get to do tarot now.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But like, how do
You
you
should
like keep the vibes up? Sometimes, Jeremy, sometimes it's such a serious, like, thing. How do you keep it light when you do that kind of stuff?
Yeah, it's a good question because honestly, it is about, the cards and everything, like that's important. But for bachelorette parties, I find it's about the performance.
Yeah.
So it's really like keeping it up. Yeah, keeping like the magic and the glitter alive and everything. So I like to say, we won't shy away from the heavy topics, but we like to keep it a little more light. So if we're
Yeah.
seeing something, like if we are seeing like tower cards or like three of swords, like we might be seeing more like difficult cards, quote unquote.
Yeah.
It all depends in context, right? But we sort of work towards like tangible things that we can do, or like even not even putting like a positive spin on it, but just looking at the cards all together and keeping the vibe more light for the parties.
Yeah.
And if people want like personal readings while I'm there, like if they want to do it like privately, like happy to do that too if you want to
Totally.
get like into some shit. But overall, like everybody comes into it with a really good mood. The readings are all usually very fun. It's pretty rare that I come across a reading that's like during a bachelor party that's like, oh, you need to like pause.
Like,
Yeah.
stop.
Well,
Go
we
home.
gotta go back here.
You should be here. Exactly. Yeah. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that would be, I mean, I guess in like our kind of tribe, definitely. I'm like, yes, bring your cards. Let's do the thing. That's so wonderful.
Yeah,
that is
So have you
definitely bring your
spent,
card.
oh, yeah, have you spent like a good time doing that in like previous years or like, because I know you've done it obviously a few times before, but how many do you typically do in a summer or in a season?
Oh gosh, that's a great question. I honestly like once a weekend.
That's so cool. Honestly,
Yeah,
that's
it's great. And that's just during the summer. During the winter, it's a little bit slower, which is
yeah,
nice. I can recoup and, do all kinds of other stuff, and,
yeah,
on personal tarot readings and virtual and stuff like that. But yeah, in the summer, it does get really busy. In the past 3 years, basically since COVID sort of like let up,
yeah,
it's been a lot to get clients, big groups of people, all that stuff now. And we're like well
yeah,
past that. Knock on wood.
yeah,
But
love it. Yeah.
no,
yeah.
I've been all over for like tarot readings in the Ottawa area, but it's just funny all the different places I've been. And one of my favorite things about doing readings, especially for, bachelorette parties or parties in general, is they take me absolutely everywhere. I've read cards at like more glitzy kind of events, like at Lac Leamy, which is a big casino we have around here. It's super
Oh,
fun.
fun.
Yeah, champagne was a flowing. I've
Oh,
crossed rickety little bridges in my tiny little Nissan Micra, to
oh
get
my
to like
God, I love it.
cottage. Oh my God. Once I hitchhiked to an island via boat because the tarot party was on like a little island. It was at a cottage.
Oh
And
my
they were like,
God.
oh, sorry, we're kind of late. Like we'll be there in like 20 minutes. I was like, yeah, no problem. But some young gentleman came around. Oh, where you headed to the island? Yes, indeed. And we had to pause mid-journey so they could catch a fish, as one does.
Oh,
As you do.
that's
I mean, priorities,
like,
right? Yeah.
sorry. You're like, this
But
is
it's
what
like,
you signed up for. This ride is free.
Exactly.
exactly.
Oh my God.
Then you get there, not quickly. But
Yeah.
yeah, drop me off at the dock. So it's like, I'm either hitchhiking via boat or, going to fairy tale cottages or everything in between. Like it's just so fun. Like it just takes you on so many adventures. And I think summer is
Honestly.
like summer for adventuring, right?
Absolutely. Wow, what a time to be alive. That is so cool. Honestly, how fun. That sounds like a really great summer, like plan ahead. I mean, as a tarot reader and as like a card reader, you kind of know that there's there's a lot of energy in that field. So how do you like disperse it like evenly? Do you know how do you not spend it all in one spot?
That's a great question. Oh my God, I wish I had like a concise answer for this because it's
Yeah.
such a mishmash.
Yeah.
Like this is di disoriented pigeon behavior, but it's very
Love it.
much like as you are doing your reading, and I hope this is what you're asking, but as you're
Yeah.
doing the reading, always pace yourself,
Yeah.
breaks, drink of water, whatever. I actually get energy from doing readings,
Mhm.
so as you see me now is pretty chill, but
Mhm. Nice.
Yeah.
yeah, I know I have a lot of energy anyway.
Yeah.
But I build up to it as well too,
Yeah.
right? And practice practice makes permanent. I don't even want to say
My
practice makes
coaches used to say that all the time. Coaches, and seriously, that is so funny that you said that. That yes, practice makes
so real
permanent.
though, right? Like because you practice, you're never going to be perfect. Like that's not
Yeah,
something to
but
work
like, but the
towards.
memory, it's like a memorized, like a what am I? Wow, muscle memory. My God, sorry, go on.
Are you
Yeah.
okay? Just kidding.
No, no,
No.
but that's for another day.
Are you all right?
No. But yeah, no, it is like a muscle memory. Like it really, you don't have to think about it. I practice, with all my clients. I practice with myself, my friends, family, like
Yeah.
whatever. So
Yeah.
you don't have to think too much about it, but making the connections and just being around people. And again,
Yeah.
like the thing that takes the most energy out of me is getting there and then doing the performance of it. So I like to do everything, like the big performance part of it, with everybody beforehand, give my disclaimer, explain tarot, sort of how I operate, who I am, all that stuff, and just get it out of the
Yeah.
way.
Yeah. No
And then
kidding.
we can just focus on the readings. But I think
Literally.
the pacing, yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead, Joyce.
Love
No,
that.
I was gonna say that's like literally exactly, yeah. Um, Now I know Brittany does as well. Like we have like a little spiel that we kind of say prior to like actually doing a reading. That's like our sign spirit that we're like, okay, we're ready. But I always feel like interrupted during it. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, stop it. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm like, I knew I have to like speed through it. They just want to, I'm like, okay, like calm down, like whatever it is. I mean, I'm sure you've experienced that where
Oh, real.
it's like, it's like I have to tell them the rules. They can't just,
Yeah,
I can't just,
these
I feel
have to
like
come out first.
it truly every time like they push me forward, I'm like, guys, it feels wrong not to like tell them the things. Like, let me finish. Like, yeah. Anyways,
Oh my God, such truth.
it's so funny. Like, I'm like thinking about it, like, the sensation of it now, and it's just like, "Ugh, I know, like, just wait. But like, anyways,
What's your spiel? Do you do like a disclaimer
um,
or
yeah, basically, like, I have to. It's funny because I actually have to like hold cards when I do it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's like part of
Please
it.
remember.
yeah, yeah,
So
Brit, it's part of it. Yeah.
exactly. So then I always say, like, has everybody had a tarot reading before? Okay, well, everybody reads a little bit differently. You'll notice my style is different from other people, if you've been to before. Um, like I kind of explain the signs of like how I feel. So like I usually I explain that this isn't exactly what's happening. Is like stop talking. I work with my throat chakra in terms of like that's how a lot of the messages come through. And it's just more like I talk so much more in a reading when I'm like, blah, 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 blah. I also feel like a tug on my left arm, kind of when I'm pulling, or like I feel like, yeah, the sensation to grab. So that's kind of how I pull my cards. Um, but yeah, so as it comes out, like things that come out necessarily, I should say not, I don't even know. This is where I'm like, guys, stop it. What's meant for you in terms of the reasoning, it's like, don't make it fit to your life. So it's kind of take it as it is, don't make it fit. That's the biggest disclaimer that I usually say is like doesn't mean that your free will is, you know, exempt from this because that can change depending what you decide. I feel like that's it. But I'm like, again, they're like, hey, are we gonna play today? I'm like, stop it.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes. Just wait.
oh
Just wait.
man. But yeah, so that's like part of my disclaimer anyways. Because everybody does pull differently. And I feel like if people were to like sit down with like person A and wherever in the world and even like yourself, I know your reading style is much more like I should say educated in terms of like the cards, whereas like I go by face value. Do you know what I mean? Like I in my one deck, hold on. Was thinking like, do I need it? Girl, do it. When
Always. Always just surrounded by
honestly,
your
exactly. So if I were to like pull this card, for example, like because this is my like my favorite deck on the planet. It's well loved. It's literally been around the world with me. I feel like I read it best when I read the disclaimer and then I read the card. Do you know what I mean? So like I've already pinpointed like what part of it I want to talk about, but I feel like then I can educate them on like what this card means, but what I'm seeing and what I'm feeling. Like it's not like, yeah, it's how I feel and not what I think, you know?
I
That's
like
me.
how you say that. Yeah, no, like, girl, you good. Because I like what you say about not mashing it in to fit into your life. Like you're in
Yeah.
control of your own destiny, so don't let this like scare you or tell you, something that doesn't quite fit. Like no point in mashing yourself into a box here. So I
So
really like that.
yeah, I always say
Yeah.
like as well when
It's
like
key.
when those cards come up that like seem a little bit more negative or a little bit more serious, I always say that's my version of like spirits saying like, hey, just pace yourself or like they're never gonna hand me out you're dying or they're never gonna give me that message. They're not going to give me those threats, but they'll be like, this is just an area of concern that they want you to pay attention to. Like that's how I kind of format it. It's not a warning. It's a obviously there's been something that you need to pay more attention to. I don't know what that means, but like usually they know. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Usually it's
Yeah,
carrying stress. Usually it's always stress, actually. I know her. I know her.
That makes sense though. It's like reflection. It's not like change everything. It's
Mhm.
like just take a pause, just reflect. What's going on
Yeah.
here? Let's
Yeah.
assess the situation.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly. And then I usually like after that, the other cards connect, and then it's like, oh, and then this kicks in, and it's like, oh, it's actually because you've done it, like blah 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 blah, whatever comes out, and like, and they're like, yeah, that's what happened, right? So, anyways,
As soon as other cards come into play, the story starts to unravel a little bit. So even
literally,
as you're reading it, it's like, okay, let's go back. Like I know we're on card 3, but this relates to card 1 in this way, or this is
yeah,
how the cards are interacting with each other and telling this story and unraveling this narrative together, right?
exactly. Sorry, Brittany, do you have anything to add? I feel like I've just cut everybody off as I do.
No, 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 no. No, I love listening. I love listening and because little mouse is like, I hunger, mother. It's like,
I hunger. Yeah,
so I'm like, what? I'm like, I'm just listening. I'm
yeah.
just listening as if I'm listening in my car to a podcast because I'm just
No,
like, I
and
can't
that's
connect
fine.
at this
Um,
point.
I'm
I
very
have
distracted by your baby. She's so freaking cute too. Oh
Oh,
my gosh. How old
she's
is she now?
she's 8 weeks.
she's the
So
wee
yeah,
one.
she's slowly figuring out how to do facial expressions. So like sometimes she gives like a resting bitch face. And I was like, oh, okay, hello. Or like she's trying to get the smiles going. I'm like, come on. Let's get those beautiful smiles. So
Yeah, they'll
it's
just
coming. But she's
life with
mastered the side eye so far, where I'm like, oh God, we're in trouble.
yeah,
Oh
no,
no, it's
yeah.
genetic.
Hmm. Yeah, that's genetic. She comes by that honestly, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. From both me and Ryan, we give a pretty vicious side eye.
I'm missing about others. I
Oh
was gonna ask
God.
you though, in some of the tarot and oracle decks, they have like a not like a grid, but you can pull like 5 cards or, or an arrangement or some sort of design. Is that something that you ever use in your readings?
Maybe I'm like a really bad tarot reader.
Yeah.
I like don't.
No, that's fine.
Everyone is
No.
so different.
I know people
Exactly.
come to me, they're like, can you do a this, that, and the other thing? And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I'm
Yeah.
trying to
Yeah.
think,
I'm
like
like, I
even
can do like a Celtic cross or like quick things like 3 card spread, 5 card spread. Like, of course,
Yeah.
100%. Like, those are just basic, easy,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
But like, there's so many different decks now, like, so many. And they all
Yeah.
come with, different
Right.
interpretations, different instructions, different, and, it's really fun to go through them and learn something new. But at the same time, like,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna memorize all that.
no, exactly. And
Yeah,
we
that's
like
exactly it.
even in the decks that I have in front of me, and we have a lot of decks, like none of these ones even have that. But I know that in some of mine, it's such a profound theme doing it that way. But I'm like, that's so limiting. Do you know what I mean? Like, no, like
Yes.
you're gonna get the message in X amount of cards. That's just what like, if it's 2 cards for you and 7 for you, it's just because that's what you need, right?
Exactly. Just to give some structure to my readings, like if I'm
Yeah,
doing a big corporate event, like a lot of people, I'll limit it to like 3 cards just to keep the line moving. But
for
if I'm
sure.
doing it for individuals, including parties and stuff, I usually stick with 5. But that
Yeah,
doesn't mean, sometimes cards fall out. Sometimes we need a clarifying card. Sometimes it's nice just to add a couple things, or sometimes one card just really stands out. So we'll spend a lot of time talking about that one card, right? It's all just like the energetic feel.
yeah.
And like you said, like that arm feel, like it really is like it's a physical sensation
A
almost.
physical
Like,
sensation. Do you have
yeah.
any specific things that like are your tells or sensations?
Oh gosh, that's so funny.
Sorry.
Definitely like goosebumps, or like if I get really like I'll feel like a heightened scent. That's like the
No, I
most
get it. You're like zip. It's like a
it's a sense. But I find it fascinating what you say about your like it's your throat chakra sort of leading the way, because
yeah.
I'm the same way. When it gets like something is clicking or something is making sense to the point where I'm like, oh my gosh, this is important. I have to communicate with this to you. It's just incessant babble for me.
Yeah.
But I like the way you put it, throat chakra. That's much more.
It's it's an easier way for me to like, I don't know what's the word,
Say
but like
word vomit.
blanket, it's word vomit. Exactly. I'm like, I don't know. Because at the end of my readings, and I know you're probably very similar, like when it comes to the end of the readings, by the time I'm like done and like cleared the cards, I'm like, how did I do? What did we talk about? Like,
Yeah.
I hope it was
Yeah, it's
good.
gone.
Like, it's gone. Like, no, it's
It did
gone now. You took it with you. So people always ask, so what was the reading about? I'm like, I don't actually know. I don't record them. I don't listen. I
Yeah.
don't listen to
That's
them.
between them and the universe.
Exactly. And whoever stepped in, like I went out, they came in, and that was them doing that service, right?
Yeah,
That's
exactly. And like if they want to take a picture or, write down what's going on there, like exactly what you said, Britt, it's between them and the universe, whatever is going on, it's for them to sort it out. Like I love
yeah.
the way you put that. I'm just like, we're just the translators.
Literally, exactly. It's just a different, like a language barrier that we're just helping to like communicate. I do sometimes, I mean, I typically bring my little stand and people can record or I can video it or whatever they want. I don't care. Do you know what I mean? Like it's theirs to do with what they want. But like as soon as I'm done with it, I have no idea. Not a
Yeah.
clue. Not a sniff. Yeah. That's like within like 5 minutes of like engaging. I'm like, I've forgotten most of everything except maybe even your name. I might have forgotten your name already. Like, hi. Yeah.
The energetic feeling stays, but like the specific details are just gone. And like especially if you see so many cards in a day and you're always working with that energy, like it's just so much information. If you retained it all, you would explode.
Exactly, right? Like there's just like I don't need all of this. I've got my own shit, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you because you're like intuitive as well. And I get asks that, wow, this is me not talking. I get
It's
asked all the time, um, like, do you get any vibes off of me? Can you read me? And I'm like, I don't work that way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
for
I do
me,
get asked
I'm
that
like,
off. Like, what are you feeling right now? I'm like,
I don't know,
nothing.
like fucking frustrated because you're asking me. No, but like I feel like people like think that I'm like snooping all the time on their energy. And I'm like, girl, I don't do that. Like, do you want me to? Like, I can try and channel, but like, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't
It's
know.
Yeah.
like you have to turn it on. You have to literally be like, okay.
Exactly. It's
And
like
there's some,
open
and
all
you'll
the
have
time.
like some circumstances where you'll run into, like, say, I'll use this for example. I was at a pool party the other day and was having fun, and I knew someone was off. Like I could feel it, and even though like everyone was having fun, everyone was smiling and visiting stuff, I knew someone was off, and I was like, I swear it's her. And so I messaged her afterwards, be like, are you okay? Like I didn't want to ask during everything, but like something felt different. And then she's like, yeah, I'm just having a really hard everything, like PMS symptoms, and I'm just angry. And I was like, okay, okay, let's talk about it. But
Exactly.
again, it's just like unless you are open to it, you can't just like it's not
Yeah.
it's not like a dog with a trick where you're like, do the roar. You're like, no,
Literally,
no,
it's like you
that's not
have
fair.
this, you had
Yeah.
that for breakfast. Do you know what I mean? Like it's a party trick. As we know it is, it is like a form of entertainment and but it's not like I go around reading people all the time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, energetically draining. And Britt, it sounds like you were really close to that person too. And so like you weren't, it would have been more difficult for you to turn it off because you don't
Yes.
want to like turn off to a friend, you know?
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So it's kind of like when you're around people that you love, it's just naturally on because you're just more connected emotionally to everybody. But
Exactly.
if I were to
And that,
walk into like a
yeah,
school, I would be like, no idea.
yeah, literally. I know. Like and you being with like friends, it's exactly you're supposed to feel a little bit more like unguarded during that
Yeah.
time too, right? So you can release the boundaries without having,
Yeah.
to be censored. And you find like working with the public is draining anyways, but like, yeah, anyways, I don't
Are you
know.
using any of your protection shit though, Jess?
Oh yeah, I do. Absolutely. And that's why like when I come into work and the girl's like, "Can you read me?" I'm like, "Girl, I like came with the intention to work. Like I'm not here to do that." Do you know what I mean? So when
Yeah.
I do bring my cards from time to time in case I have time, but like also I'm at work right now. So
Yeah. You're like, this is my other job.
this is a fun thing I do sometimes, but I have shit to do. So yeah.
Yeah. So
Is it
you had mentioned doing some myth busting. What does that mean when it comes to tarot? I don't want to pick your brain about it because I'm just like, I didn't even know that was a choice of interest. I love it. Tell me all the things.
Myth
Yes,
busting.
Fred. I love it. Yeah, this is something that I'm like even more a little bit passionate about because I think there are a lot of, misconceptions around tarot. Like I think there's a lot just swirling around. There's so much information, and I think everybody kind of approaches it differently. So it's really interesting. Like, so just for like my clients and people who I see generally, this of course isn't everybody. Again, it's totally different for everybody. But the most common thing I see is that tarot and like tarot cards tell the future.
Yeah.
So like whatever we're gonna see in the cards and whatever is kind of like out there on the table, like that's the be all end all. And just that's why I like your disclaimer because like absolutely not.
You will not blame me for this. This is just a warning.
Exactly. Like tarot just reflects the energy and the possibilities. And I like to say it's like a tool that we can use as a lens to look at an issue. So it can give us like
Yeah.
clarity, guidance, and, even the way I sort of intro myself and stuff too. It's like, tarot is it's a tool, right? That's really all it is. It's not about future telling, it's about present telling. So if we want to use our present to give us clues towards our future and like kind of look at it that way, absolutely. That's sort of the future telling aspect of it. But it
Yeah.
really is again just like a lens. It's a tool for insight and clarity. And it's not like anything to do with fortune telling, future telling, nothing like that. Again,
No.
no point in mashing yourself into a box that doesn't fit. Like that's just totally not the route that I go anyway. I know some people are more psychically attuned. I am not. So, I like to say like I'm just some lady. We're really using the tarot here as like perspective, guidance, clarity. That's
Yeah.
all it is for me and for my
Exactly.
clients.
No, that's
Yeah.
fair. Yeah.
That's the
You're
big
right.
one I see.
Sorry, go ahead.
That's the big myth that I see. That's the one that really stands out a lot.
Yeah, is that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know I don't know if I spoke about this with you last time, Jill, but like I had done some kind of like a local event here. My father, or sorry, my mother-in-law's brother is a psychic over in England, and like he works with like a spiritualist church, and like he's fantastic. We had brought him over and we had an event here. This would be almost 2 years ago, I suppose. But we were doing tarot readings and tea leaf readings, and he was, doing his readings as well. It was a beautiful night. But
Okay.
it's to the point where, again, living in the south side of Ireland, it's like skeptics next door. Do you know what I mean? Like they're so close because it's like devil's work, right? The priest at the local church, like, spoke about it. Like that's how much he's like, oh, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh my God. Anyways, we had a sold out event. It
Favorite
was fantastic.
Facebook
Oh my
people.
God.
Because I'm like, curiosity is still alive and well in Carrie, even though it's like, you know, a thing, but
Taboo. It's
it's
taboo, but it's
taboo.
interesting.
Exactly. I don't know.
That's fascinating.
Oh my
And you're
God.
like,
I was
you
like,
got
really? Like this guy, I'm like, really? Aren't you supposed to be like, they'll find the
Open to
light? Do you know
all
what I mean?
paths that lead back to source.
I know. I'm like, that's pretty rude. That's kind of not nice, but whatever. It's okay.
yeah,
It
you
just,
really got roasted by a priest there.
I know. I was like,
It's
thank
funny
you.
because
Like,
I'm sure that it also opened up some doors being like, oh shit, there's that event and I'm gonna go to that.
so I mean, I'm
I
like,
just
he
wish
did nothing.
everybody here.
And it was like the Sunday before. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was like great prep for us. Like, we're like,
Yeah.
okay, like, thank you.
Yeah.
Like I
Oh
said,
my
we had a great event. Everything went off without a hitch, and the readings were great and that. But I'm like, it does. I mean, obviously, that is like the world. I know there's other areas of the world where like even this kind of like deemed as witchcraft or this light work that we do is still because we're doing things with energy that they can't see tangibly, right?
God.
Yeah.
And it wasn't written in a book. It wasn't. Do you know what I mean? It's like the stories and things that have been passed down, or those like gifts that have been passed down. That I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just like
That's a good
that is
point.
the struggle of the struggle of that.
Yeah. For sure. And like we are definitely looking at it from like a very Western centric
Yes.
position as
Yeah.
well too. So, it's just speaking from that experience exclusively on my part anyway. But
Gotcha.
there is like that is definitely like again, I would say a myth, right? That tarot is somehow evil or connected to dark forces or like something oogie boogie or whatever. Where I think something closer to the quote unquote truth, whatever that is, or how we view it, like you say, like we're light workers. But again, like the tarot, it's just a deck of cards. It quite literally is. It's a very
Exactly.
neutral. It
Yeah.
depends on the intention of the reader, of course, right?
Yeah.
But so many of us use the tarot for, again, like clarity guidance, also healing, self-reflection, and like, of course, empowerment, right? Like this is a tool that we can use ourselves, right? And it really just channels our own inner self. I'm sure there's people out there who are using tarot for some kind of purpose, one or the other. We can't, but this is generally like, how are we using the tarot? Just for funsies.
Just for
Yeah.
funsies, exactly. Like we were doing some spiritualist, or not spiritualist, sorry. I'm just like some energy work courses with Bev Lazar, and we were like working on mediumship and that. And like this is a form of mediumship. I know I can do this without the cards, but like this is the medium that helps me communicate the best until I master the language, which if I ever do. But like that's exactly it. It's like I don't know people. Although I don't know how you are with your cards, but I'm very protective of my cards. You can touch like a couple of my decks, but like this one is mine. Like I don't know
Yeah.
if you feel that way, like energy wise, but Like if Brittany and I were doing readings, like she has her cards and I won't touch them.
Unless there's because you
Yep.
put your energy into everything, right? So it's
Yeah.
like I have to like make sure I can clear them so that way they feel like mine again.
Yeah.
Oh
Right?
yeah, clearing your cards. Like I don't know if this is like a myth or something, but like I do think that the cards hold energy,
Yeah.
yours, your clients, whatever. Even if you're bringing them other places,
Yeah.
like they hold on to things, right? So like, Britt, if you're clearing your deck or cleansing, like I think that's really helpful.
Oh, for
Yeah.
I mean,
sure.
per person, but like, how do you clear your deck? Like, what works for you best?
Yeah.
So for myself, I do like I'll either have sage with my or Palo Santo, and I just do like a good like spread out all the cards and like do a nice like smoke cleanse over top, and I like knock on them and like I bring them close to my heart to be like, okay, like hey, I'm back. Let's just like let's start over. Let's make sure that everything that's hanging out maybe it's gone, but you know, when it comes to sharing my decks, like I don't mind if like I've got a couple friends over, like I definitely don't mind bringing out a couple decks for them to go through, but most people would rather just let me read anyway, which is nice. And even bringing up Jessica's decks, I've had a couple of hers and I was like, I don't touch them. I don't even want to touch them because they're yours.
I know.
And I just don't feel that connection anyway. Like even if Jessica were to be like, "Hey, do you want to read me with my spirit animal deck?" I'd be like, "No."
Be like, oh, I
No,
think
I
that's
don't.
truly, I would hold your tarot deck, like, and same like author, just a different selection. And it'd be like so foreign to me, I think. I'd be like, I don't fucking know what I'm doing. Whereas like mine, I'm like, again, I don't really read for myself, but like, there are some decks that I'm like, that's Brit's deck. It has Brit's energy. It does not suit me. It was like, I have to share the story about my Jane Austen deck because do you remember this,
Yeah.
Brittany?
Oh, yes,
Um,
I do.
this was I bought this deck. Oh God, it was one of my first decks, anyways, and I like love Jane Austen. Anyways, I had no, I think I bought. I was like, look, I wasn't. I can't remember how it worked. This is at Out of the Ordinary in Saskatoon, which is no longer like an operable like storefront anymore. But it was on Broadway, and we like loved it. Pamela, she's fantastic. And we had gone and we bought crystals. We bought a couple things, and like whatever we paid, and we left. And as I was driving home, I was like curious. I like looked at the receipt. I'm like, shit, I like paid for this deck. This like it was added as like by an accident and whatever I paid for it. I'm like, oh shit, like you kind of notice when like $38 is being added. I didn't clue in at that point. I think I was, anyways, doesn't matter.
You had Maria and it was
I
a
had
thing.
Maria and it was stressful or whatever. I think it was only 25 actually. That's okay. That's pretty good. But anyway, so I was like, so I called Pam at the store. I was like, hey, like I actually like, I just left. Like as I see on my receipt, I bought this. And she, oh, I'm so sorry. If you want to come back and I can refund you. It's like, actually, can I just buy it? Like, like I wasn't.
Actually,
I'm like this, like her styling. Like I love Jane Austen. I love like it's such a different texture. It's a different like form of card or like oracle deck that I didn't have before. So it is a tarot deck, but it's so like lovely and like beautiful. I
Oh,
don't know.
that's
It's like a
yeah.
very romantic piece, and it's something that I didn't have, but I was like, no, I need to have it. Like you can just let me know when it arrives. I don't think they had it in stock. I think
No,
it had
that's
oh
why
no
it didn't make
way.
any
it was like
sense. Like, yeah,
such
it
a
wasn't
freak
even in the
thing.
store.
It wasn't even in the store. I'm like, I don't know how this happened, but like, oh yeah, I think I bought like a different deck. I don't even know. I think I bought, I don't know. I don't even remember. This is so long ago, like
I
truly.
think I feel like you had ordered a different deck because of Kim Kranz. I think you were going to order one from her and then just
Okay,
happened to have this one also on the receipt. And you're like, well, that's
maybe.
weird.
I don't know. But
That's
anyways,
funny.
it was a happy
It was,
accident. But I was like,
Got meant to be.
my Jane. Yeah, but so Brittany was babysitting her for the last couple years. Like when I brought
yeah,
over, like I did bring over a bunch of decks, but I was like, I can't have like a
yeah.
suitcase filled with books and decks. So the last time I was over, just like during May, I was like,
Yeah,
okay.
I was just like, just so you know, you need to take these home because they
Literally,
don't.
I think I brought 7 more home. I don't think you've
I
got any
know.
more of mine, do you?
No, because I finally was able to give you your crystals that you wanted and your.
My diamonds, my little
Yes, yeah,
like Brookmore diamonds, or what are they called? I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Anyways, but yeah,
Whole
but
second suitcase just for witchcraft and witch tools.
oh my God,
Yeah,
absolutely. Like if I were to get pulled over and stopped at the border or wherever, I'd be like, what are these,
yeah,
ma'am? It's like, well, would you like me to read you?
yes. It's
It's
got
empty or you need to
another witch going over to Europe.
yeah.
Makes sense.
Literally another one. Exactly. Yeah. I'm coming to my homeland in Kerry.
Oh
But yeah,
God.
so funny. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know if you've got any like stories about any of your books, like or decks that you prefer to use? I don't know if you've got, I think I've asked you this before, but do you have any decks that are like your go-to, like your must-have at those readings?
Yeah, so I think I'm actually maybe potentially in the minority. I only have two tarot decks and I only just got my second one like very like earlier this year. So
Wow.
I know that we're famously on an audio medium, but like here's the deck that I normally use. This is the Osho Tarot deck. And
Okay.
so this was the deck I was gifted by my mother years and years and years ago. And you know, yes, every deck like this is totally my energy. Like this is absolutely like, cleaning is really important and everything, but it's such a mess. I let all my clients touch it. I always say, like, pick the cards however you want. I've had clients take my deck, throw it everywhere, all over the room. Like, whatever you want to do, just go for it. I don't care.
It feels right. It usually is, right? So
Exactly.
If
Like,
that's your relationship with your deck too, then it still
yeah,
feels like you don't reflect.
yeah,
yeah, and
exactly.
like somehow I've had this deck for, oh my gosh, like I've probably had this deck for like 15 years now, and it's still in pretty good shape. It's starting to show its wear a little bit, but
Yeah.
overall, like for what it is, it's really holding up. So I love that. But this is an old deck from Highly Mystical Chapters. Ooh, in the
Hey.
90s or maybe early 2000s. My mother bought it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why she chose this one. Probably just because of the art and just, whatever was on the pictures. Like the pictures are, let me see if I can find like, oh God, any of them, but they're all very, very beautiful. They're
Oh,
very colorful.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, they really match the suit. So like Pentacles is very like rainbow. Like it's just kind of it's almost intuitive. Like it just sort of makes sense.
Yeah.
It's also
Yeah.
the deck I learned on, so it very much makes sense to me. But the
Great.
deck itself, it's by oh gosh, I can't remember the name of the artist, but she's actually not connected to them. But this deck is by somebody named Osho Bhagwan, who way back in the 90s, I'm not sure if you've heard of this. There's actually a documentary on Netflix called Wild Wild Country about this. Osho Bhagwan was a cult leader.
Oh,
Uh, yeah. And I think the 70s and early 80s. And he moved to, I want to say like Oregon or something. I'm totally getting this wrong. So like
I'm
the
here for
fact
it.
checker's off the charts right now. Like it is wrong.
Got it.
But
So great.
uh
Wow.
yeah, so like we like do not condone his actions. Like he was a manipulative cult leader, like absolutely new. But at the time it was just like, oh, pretty art, cool deck.
Yes.
yeah.
Whatever. So my only other deck is it's actually just right here. I don't play with it too much because I'm still learning it, but this is the Toth deck. So it's Aleister Crowley's deck.
Yeah.
So it's just like super simple, very classically thalamic. I picked this up when I was actually in Watkins Books in London. I
Nice.
just kind of happened across it. I was in the neighborhood. Why not? This is sort of the area that he practiced in, that he lived in.
Yeah.
All that thalamic fun, went down. So I thought, you know what? May as well. But I don't use that for clients or anything. This is more just for funsies and if I'm looking for something like specifically magical.
Yeah.
But yeah, my client deck is all over the place. Like that one has been through the
Well,
ringer, let me tell
and I
you.
just did your fact check, and you are right. He builds a controversial guru builds a utopian city in the Oregon desert in a
Oh,
Oh,
massive conflict with local ranchers.
hey,
interesting. Hey.
thank you for checking that. Also, like I feel like that's very much downplaying it. Absolutely check out Wild Wild Country. It's like a 4 or 5 episode series on Netflix. It is
Oh, you're right.
fascinating. If you're interested in like cults or cultic behavior or coercive control, anything like that, it's like very strange. But yeah, the deck itself is beautiful.
Sounds a beautiful outcome. Do you know what I mean? Like, no, that's, I think, I love that things have a story like that. And I really like that you bought your second deck, like when you felt the interest in doing so. I think people, like, I mean, obviously we're a little bit hoardy with our stuff. Like, we love our decks and we like them in quantity and we like our crystals and da da da. But like, just because you don't commit like that doesn't mean you're not, connected, let's say. So you don't need all the flares to practice and to learn and to like enter this world. Like you can just
That could
try.
be
And
another myth. That could be
sorry,
another myth.
that could be another myth. Exactly. It's like, oh, but I don't have enough interest. It's like you have a deck, you have the interest. That's all you need. Interest. You don't even need a
Exactly.
deck yet. Like,
Yeah.
again,
You
this is
don't need
just
to
our chosen
memorize all the
medium.
cards.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. Yeah. Trust yourself, trust your intuition. Yeah, you don't need to memorize all the cards and everything. And I think there is a myth, actually, Brett, now that you mention it, that you're not supposed to buy your own first deck or something like that. I don't know
Yeah,
if you've heard that.
I've heard
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, okay, again, everybody, whatever feels right for you, 1,000% do that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, I wonder why that came about. I'm just curious if you guys know like where that even came from because I think you can buy your own deck, have it gifted, find it in a thrift shop, whatever.
Yeah, like
I
our first decks, or my first deck anyways, was chosen for me. But I mean, I paid for
right.
it. Do you know what I mean? Like it was included in the fees. Do you know what I mean? But I did, but like it was chosen for me and given to me with that, intention. Do you know what I mean? It's picked for me. So I think that that's a special moment, but I don't think it's required. I just think it's like,
Yeah.
if
I
you're
think there's
drawn to it, that's it. It's chosen you, you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
What I do find like part of the myth too is just maybe there's more energy with that deck that is given to you or paid for with you, whatever, because someone chose it and put their loving energy in it to think of you, and they're like, I want you to have this.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, I like
Maybe
that now.
okay, like but maybe, but like it doesn't mean that it's gonna be bad luck if you buy it yourself.
Exactly. Like, and I think that can deter people from buying it at all, right? Like, or think, you bring it home and it's bad luck because I bought, like,
Right.
and then most of my decks are going to be bad luck if that's the case. Cause like I bought probably 90%, at least 90% myself, I think I've been gifted two, maybe
And I
three.
Yeah.
think I'm lucky enough to be gifted at least
Yeah.
3 or 4.
Yeah.
But I have like 40 something. So it's like
Literally. Yeah, exactly. Because we love it.
because I love a good deck. I love a good deck.
Love
Wink.
a good dick.
Yeah.
It's a nice dick.
It's a
Actually,
nice deck you have there.
well, ladies, shall we do some card pull? Do you want to pull a card
Yeah.
the collective this week?
Yep.
Okay.
Of course.
Right. I'm excited.
I have to do it with a little miss in my arms because I forgot to bring in her chair into the kitchen.
Oh, that's okay. If you need a minute, you can go grab it if you need it.
It's just going to be both of our energies. What does everybody need to know this
Okay,
week?
she's a little witch, like Maria is as well, so it's okay. When I know Jill didn't tell you this, but like when I was pregnant with my daughter, I felt like she sucked every bit of it. Like it's either going to her or like no longer exists. It was like a little bit like of a lost cause, not a lost cause, but I was like, where's my magic? Like she took it, duh. So, but then like Brittany's daughter and my daughter are like sister signs, like Brittany and I are sister signs, and like I'm like, and there's just so many parallels between them that I'm like, okay, like they'll be little.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. There's that, and then I hadn't put it in our last episode, but when it came to the planned C-sections that I had with my son and with Sam, I never chose the date for either of them, even though people think that I did. I was never able to choose a date. I just said like, hey, I want to plan a C-section. They're like, sounds good. We're gonna call you with a date that's planned. And both Harrison and Sam were scheduled to come Earthside on the 6th, which is amazing because I'm also born on the 6th of the month too. So it's like we all we're
What?
born on the 6th. Yeah, so he's born on April 6th, she's born May 6th, and I'm born no, November
November.
6th.
But then you're also sister signs with Sam, and like I'm sister signs with Maria. Like it's so great. Like it's like,
Yeah, it's
anyways. And so
wild.
like Sam is a Taurus like me, and Maria is a Scorpio like yourself. It's great. Anyways, and like our daughters. I mean, we have our boys. Our boys are beautiful, and they're
Our
gonna
boys
be
are
the same
healthy.
thing. But
That's
our girls,
what
like
love is.
different feelings as
Oh,
girls. Yeah.
that's fascinating though. Like even the number six too, like the vibe of six, it's very much like love, responsibility, care, and it's often called like the mother number, right? Linked
Oh,
to
is that
like the
right? Oh,
offspring.
crazy.
That's just what I've heard. I don't like again, like I'm just saying random things. I'm just some random lady. But like it
Oh, I love
really is about, like the protection and the like creating a safe, beautiful space. And
it.
often when I think six, I think like harmony, family, balance, like that kind of thing. So that's really interesting that like all three of you got
Yeah.
the
Well,
six. And then the sixth card in the major arcana is the lovers, right? So
Yeah.
it's not about romance, right? Like it can be, but like, it's more about like choice, alignment, values. Like that's just fascinating. Really
I
cool.
love it. Well, I had also heard this is, yeah, for a long time that if you have the same date, not exact birth date, but like the date as in the number as someone else in your family, you have been together in a past life. So going into that, I was like, oh, so these we have been together before.
You
Yeah.
So
and
I'm
your babies are
excited.
meant to be in every world. I love that.
Yeah. So
Lovely. Yeah.
feels really awesome. And now we can
Right.
remember everyone's birthday because it's all on the same.
When is Rye's birthday again? Is he the 12th?
Yeah,
That is hilarious, Brittany.
I know.
Like that's absurd. I was thinking like I think it is a 12. I'm like, no, I'm like, what if it was
Yeah,
like 1 and 5? But like it's 12.
yeah, I know. Isn't it nuts?
Yeah. All
But
right.
yes, okay. So the card that flew out for me, it's okay if I go first as I'm just
Go
talking
for
over
it.
everyone.
No, for it.
I pulled the leap of faith. I'm like,
Okay.
ah, I like
Ooh.
it. So yeah, believe in yourself, listen to your heart, do what gives you joy, which is good because I know a lot of people need that reminder to be like, what is this bringing you joy? If not, maybe it's not meant for you.
Before you read, I'm just gonna say this is another version of like for the people that myth busting is like Brittany's gonna read it. She reads it so different from me and Jill because that's how she reads and that's how she's comfortable. And it's just, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like it is, you will see literally the reflective styles. Anyways, go
yeah,
on. Sorry. Like
literally.
intro
No,
with this. Yeah.
yeah. So you are encouraged to take a leap of faith. You are fully empowered to follow a new path in life that is full of excitement and wonder. The opportunities for evolution and growth are truly unlimited if you just have faith in yourself and believe in your dreams. Your angels and guides will send helpful people to assist you as you go along. You're encouraged to be proactive in researching whatever information is required, but don't let a lack of experience or self-confidence hold you back. You're meant to have the joy that you speak. So, additional meanings could be being self-assured, believing in yourself, childlike innocence, unending curiosity, the joy of life, following your heart.
Yeah.
So,
Very cool. I
Wow.
love that.
Powerful.
Very like on brand for the episode, I feel like as well.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to go, Jill, or do you want me to go?
You go ahead.
I pulled two. I'm doing my good old Kim Cran spirit animal because I love her. The first one I got was the fish. So restlessness, change of focus, lost in the current. The fish loves to be subsumed in life's current. Nothing pleases it more than movement, movement, and more movement. The roaming lifestyle of the fish may be exhilarating for a while, but usually leads to weariness and slippery relationships. With all the possibilities out there in the vast waters, the fish becomes lost without clear goals and intentions. Spend some time with the lunar forces, dear fish, as the peace of the calm of the moon will soothe your soul. So when you're in balance, you're adaptable, you travel well. When you're out of balance, you might feel distracted or change your mind often. To bring you to balance, set a small goal and accomplish it. So I felt that. And then the second
Kind
one
of
I got was the crow, spiritually strong, creative, and watchful. The crow has long been a symbol of magic. A crow personality is drawn to the supernatural and has a gift for seeing the unseen, knowing the unknown. It is said that the crow holds within its mind's eye the three realities, past, present, and future. Crow energy is potent and should be only tapped into when the mind is clear. Those with crow tendencies must balance their lives with a healthy diet, joyful friends, and regular self study. So, when you're in balance, you're psychic, strong, and clear. When you're out of balance, ungrounded or hypersensitive. And to bring into balance, daily meditation practice. Practice, practice, practice makes permanent. That's what they say.
Wow, and I love both of those for especially right now. We're recording this, like, I don't know if you guys say this, but like it's early July. And so we're actually in like the Sirius portal or this
Yeah.
gateway, which is very much like the spiritual sun, all about that like rebirth, divine connection, setting intentions, clearing blocks. Like I love that for like especially the fish and that restless movement, like taking a
When
look
we
at
don't know
it.
what to do with ourselves, but like exactly, it'll come. Yeah, I think it's I don't know. I had to read both. I'm like, do I pick one? I'm like, nah, they both need to be read. Not very often do I pull two from that deck anyways, so very rarely. Sorry, not often, very rarely.
They go
Yeah,
together.
they do. They certainly do. Yeah. The fish and a crow. Anyways, yeah, which one did you get? Or did you
Right.
like pull or yeah, oh very good.
I
Ooh.
did. I did. I just pulled it just now, just from the top of my deck. So again, famously an audio medium, but we are looking here
Okay.
at the Page of Pentacles. Okay. This is from that Osho Tarot deck, old deck. Okay. So Page of Pentacles. Pentacles in general. Okay, this is the suit. This is all about the grounded nature. Okay, so this is like very Capricorn energy. So think really practical stuff here: time, money, energy, assets, super tangible, practical, just like stuff. Okay, so the page is the youth. Okay, the page is all about that like march to the beat of their own drum kind of energy, very like think rebellious teen. Okay, and the deck, or sorry, excuse me, in the card, we are seeing the child going towards sort of this like beautiful rainbow forest kind of situation here, turning towards it, okay? And this is, Brittany, this is very like leap of faith energy as well, too, because this card is telling us that now is a time of trust and ambition, okay? A desire to move from the darkness into the forest and into into this rainbow of light, okay, by sensing your own wonder towards the unknown. The smallest things in life for you right now can be an adventure, and you might be craving more, okay?
Oh, you're right on that leap of faith then. It's like it's you don't know until you do or until you try.
And this can be like absolutely leap of faith, but I actually like to call this card specifically. So I love that you got that card, Brittany, because this, I call it the step of faith. This is just
Oh,
starting somewhere, just taking that first step, step zero, and just trying it, feeling it out. You can always say no, right? This is just an
yeah.
option, but this is be curious about the option and lean into that. Okay? Does that make
Love
sense?
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely it does. It's
I really
beautiful.
like the way that you read. I like that.
Very well. Like, God, you're so knowledgeable. Like, you
So I was
know
like,
your deck
and
so
then,
well.
and
Truly,
then.
I'm like, yeah, come on, tell me more. Like, truly, like, you're so knowledgeable in it. So thank you for like so much for like just like giving us your like your
Thank
time and
you.
your knowledge.
Thank
Like,
you.
seriously.
So much, you guys. I'm so grateful just to be here, honestly. And of course, I'm happy to do tarot readings or card pulls anytime. It does, I feel like it puts us into a flow state too. So it's very calming and refreshing. Um,
Awesome.
my bird's nest just got caught in my hands when I was
And you're
gesturing.
like, yes,
Love
yes.
it.
Don't worry about that. It's fine. Yeah.
But yeah, thank you so much. That like it's so beautiful to read with you guys and just be here with you guys too. Like this is such a moment in time, and I think we really do capture the spirit of it. So
Yeah,
it just
honestly.
and it's good to bust those myths too, because
Yeah.
there's a lot floating out there. Tarot is not scary. It can be intimidating, but like all you got to do is step of faith, just give it a try, just feel it out, use your intuition.
Exactly. Oh, I love that. Step of faith. Exactly.
Well, and if
Well,
any of our listeners have another thought that they've always thought about tarot or oracle that they want us to myth bust, just shoot us a message and we'd love to chat about it. So
exactly.
where can everybody find you, Jill?
Yeah, so I am always around, always available just to chat for tarot readings, parties, whatever. I'm at ottawatarot.com. I have a booking system in there, or you can just use the contact form. I do check it. Or you can find me on Instagram. It's just my personal Instagram account, but I do a lot of tarot stuff on there. It's at Jilligram, Jilligramm, I think. But yeah, I'm always up to some kind of tarot nonsense. I'm out in the garden. I travel quite a bit. So I'm on there and yeah, I take virtual appointments. And again, I'm around, happy to chat. That's
Love
all
it.
I.
Awesome. Well, I mean, it's so like natural having you here. I feel like you're such a good like part of this. So thank you so much
Yeah.
for like, yeah, like seriously, it just feels like
It's
we just
meant
had
to
a cup
be.
of coffee with a friend, and that is exactly what we want from our episodes. So thank you for like you just encompassed it all. So thank you so much.
I
Really
so
appreciate
appreciate it. I'm so grateful to be here with you guys. You guys are like, it feels like very sisterly energy. Like I know you guys are sisters.
it. Like you,
So
come on in, girl. Let's
You're
get
part
you
of our
some
sister
tea.
club
Exactly. Like,
I am very psychic. I sense that you're sisters.
oh my
Um,
God. It's like Karen from Mean Girls. It's like there's
too.
a 30% chance that it's already raining. It's like, yeah.
Oh
Amazing.
God, I
Um,
love it. I love it, and we love you so much. And I definitely think that we'll most likely have you on again because why not? Because who
so
cares?
next week, same
There's no
time.
rules.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
yeah.
There's
You guys
no
know
rules.
and happy summer. Enjoy the heat and avoid the humidity as best as you can.
exactly. Do your
Yeah.
best. Send that heat over to Europe. Bring it
Yeah.
over. Like we've had
Send it
our
your
little
way.
heat waves. I'd love another summer. It would be great. We're kind of in our like dip at the moment. So,
Okay. Well,
but
and
yeah.
where can everybody find us?
You guys can find us on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Basic Banter for Witches, or you can email us basicbanterforwitches@gmail.com. Yes, we love it.
Get
Oh
your
yeah, and don't
posts in
forget to
there.
submit your free questions if you want. We'll be doing our monthly tarot readings. Oh my God, Jelly, you should come back for that. Oh my
Oh,
God, that'd be
I'm
great. Oh my God.
so
So yeah, absolutely.
Goodness.
Okay, so there you go. So, but submit your free questions. Absolutely, there's the link in our bios across the land here. But you can DM us, you can email us your questions. We keep them anonymous for the podcast, but yeah, so you just let us know. Otherwise, I love you both. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Love
love
y'all.
you guys.
Have a good rest of your day, everybody. We love you. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.
Bye.